Ain't nothing better in this business than a sweep, and that's what I got on Saturday. Followed up my 15-time best bet winner on Friday night with the Sacramento Kings over Washington, with an even easier one on Saturday with the Seattle Seahawks, who I think just scored again against San Francisco. And here on the video report, gave you a free winner with the Denver Broncos. That puts me in the position again today to go for the 2-0 sweep. My 15-time best bet winner over at DeMarcoSports.com is going to be on the early game between the Patriots and the Texans. Now, of course, last Sunday, I had a 15-time best bet on New England over the Chargers. And then on Monday night, I had a second highest rated play, a 10-dime winner on the Texans at Pittsburgh. So I feel pretty damn confident with that release. Here on the video report, that leaves me with your late game as your free pick. And that, of course, is going to be on the Bears and the Rams. And that is coming up, guys, in just a second. Let me just quickly make a note of something. I mentioned yesterday that after the Super Bowl, I won't be releasing picks anymore. I may occasionally do video reports because after doing 15, 16,000 of them over the years, I think it's in my DNA. I'm an addict. What can I say? But I will tell you one thing. There are scumbags and sleazeballs in this industry who, I'll give you an example. There have been many handicappers over the years that I have fired from the site, and magically, their names and their pictures have shown up on other guys' sites. The guys aren't doing the picks. They're out of the business. But other sleazebags have taken their names and their images and put them on their sites and suddenly release plays because they figure, oh, well, if Al got rid of them, they have some following and I'll try to capitalize on them. It doesn't work because I got rid of them because I couldn't win. Okay. That's the bottom line. Would not surprise me if somebody tries to scrape my image off of my site and suddenly start releasing plays under my name somewhere else, especially one guy who I used to work with years ago and has done this numerous times, and he's one of the biggest scumbags in this business. But I can assure you that the only time you're going to find any plays by me, Al DeMarco, is going to be at my site, and you'll be alerted to them here on my video report. If it ain't me, it's not me. That's the bottom line. The only time you'll know it's me is if I'm telling you it's me. If you ever see plays anywhere else, do me a favor. Contact customer service over at DeMarcoSports.com. Send a message here through the YouTube channel because I'll still be monitoring them. Because again, it always amazes me how low some of the people in this industry, and I've been in it for, oh God, I can't even remember how many years now, 25, 30 years. I've been in it forever. And going back to the days of the 800 dinosaurs that ran sports services and they're still around. Some guys that still have 900 numbers to these internet newbies. I mean, there are just so many scumbags in this industry. I'd name them for you and tell you stories about them, but then I'd be giving them free publicity. And why would I want to do that? So believe me, it wouldn't surprise me if some of these guys would try to generate me in AI. And isn't that a scary possibility? There could be two of me. God, that scares my wife beyond belief. Anyway, let's move forward. Let's talk about this game between the Rams and the Bears. The Bears have been living on the edge all season long. 7 wins coming back in the fourth quarter. That is simply not sustainable. Look at how they came back from the big double-digit first half deficit against the Packers last week and beat them once again with the rally in the second half in the fourth quarter. Again, not sustainable. And I will grant you that the Rams have not played well in the second half of the season. Over the last 7 weeks or so of the regular season, they were not playing that well, relying more on their offense than their defense. So one of the things that really surprises me about the Rams is how Sean McVay went to that 13 personnel and really went to the two-headed running back system with Kyrie Williams and Blake Corum that was so successful, but he seemingly got away from it the past couple of weeks. Now, I don't think Sean McVay is a dummy. I think Sean McVay is going to look at the weather here today and see the sub-freezing temperatures, wind chills near zero, the blustery wind conditions today at Soldier Field and go, damn, I got to run the ball because this is not conducive weather to be having Matthew Stafford throw the ball 33 times. And I think that is going to be the key to the Rams' performance today. Now, a lot of people say, well, the Bears really ran the ball effectively this year. Well, they did in the second half of the season, but what's happened the past couple of weeks? Look, against the Packers last week, they only had 93 yards on the ground. The week prior against the Lions in that loss, week 18, they had a season low 65 yards. Now, again, playing devil's advocate against myself, I will point out fairly that against the Lions, they fell behind by double digits. Against the Packers, they fell behind by double digits. So in both games, they had to eschew the run in order to pass the ball more frequently. Maybe the Rams get a lead. But I think it's more important here for the Rams to establish the run, to keep the Bears offense off the field, and also grind down that clock. Now, that's the way I look at the game from an analysis viewpoint. And if I'm coaching the team, that's what I would like to see the Rams do here today. At the same time, I will also tell you that even though the Bears have led the NFL in interceptions with 23 this season, this is a Bears pass defense that was pretty bad, allowing opposing quarterbacks to complete 66% of their passes, allowing opposing quarterbacks to average 7.6 yards per attempt. That's awful. Again, Matthew Stafford is going to be playing in some blustery conditions today. But I don't give a damn that this is going to be the first time in his career he's going to play in a game where temperatures have been under 20 degrees. This is not some rookie. This is a guy who's been around the block, and I think he'll be able to compensate. And if my money's going to be on Matthew Stafford versus Williams in these type of Arctic conditions, I'm going to go with the experienced veteran here, a guy who definitely has a proven ground game with Corum and Williams. So again, I like the Rams here, minus the 3.5. Love them even more with that line coming down from 4.5 earlier in the week. And naturally, I'm going to advise you to buy down the half point. But to put this game in perspective, okay? Do I like them as much as the Denver Broncos pick yesterday, which I was kind of on the hedge with against the Bills? And the way that game played out, it could have went either way, right? No, I actually like the Broncos pick more in terms of free picks rating. So I do like the Rams, but not enamored with the selection. I do, of course, love my play on the Patriots and the Texans. So that'll do it today, guys. I wish you well and talk to you again soon. Good luck, everybody.